How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to the House of Fata Morgana Backstage Pass. This is probably going to be our final episode, which is why it's so interesting. We're going to have such a lot of change-ups going on here. First of all, the hair is finally gone. We lopped it off. So yeah, it's a little short, but you know, we just have clippers and we've never done it before. So we just did what we could that wouldn't look awful. It's good. It's very much stuck inside hair, but that's perfectly fine by me. Also, something I want to draw your attention to, there's a little bit of a sneak peek at the end of the episode. I have a new piece of art for the channel, and it features me having my own persona and persona outfit from Persona 5. It's fantastic work. It's something you really should see, so make sure you go to the end of the video and see it over the end cards. It's really top notch, and you can get links to the artist down below. Please send him a good shout out and a thank you. He did such a fantastic job. And you'll see that art kind of coming up again. Like, I'll probably be switching it out with my Muv-Luv and the Persona 5 one, just, you know, rotating them through because I love them both so much. So, but this week especially, we're going to be putting it out there because I'm kind of on a showcase it because it finally is ready, and I'm really excited to show it to you all. So make sure you go check it out. I freaking look awesome. There's a really neat story to how it all came about too. Might be able to tell you more about that another time. I specifically mentioned it in my Persona 5 video that came out on Saturday. So if you want to hear the details, just go watch the beginning of that. I go over it all really clearly there. But we're back in Fata Morgana, and what we're doing here is we're talking to the characters and kind of having this really fun character-led interaction with the intent and the writing, like, moments and thoughts from the creators of the House of Fata Morgana. So we'll be jumping right into that. And it's really interesting too, because apparently in the past week there was a lot of drama. If you follow on the Reddit, specifically the visual novel section, like just as we had covered stuff, somebody brought up an interesting topic about Fata Morgana and the translations that were made in this bonus sequence about Jacopo. And the idea that he was a sensitive, an easily bruised, easily ego bruised, sensitive man. And I guess there's been some debate about what that was translated from and why, and it kind of got a little crazy. Apparently, the original publisher for Fata Morgana came forward and said we stand by the translation that was done. It's I get it's fun to talk about this stuff. Chill out. Okay, it's a fantastic story, and even if you don't agree, that just happens. I don't know why I had to get so big, but I guess that just means that the community is really passionate, and I guess I would prefer that. But don't make sure you don't take it too far. But yeah, my opinion ultimately is maybe it wasn't translated perfectly, but I don't know if you ever can translate things perfectly. Every translator is going to translate differently. It's just the nature of language, and especially when you're taking a language from one form to another, it's never gonna be perfect. So anyway, interesting, oddly, specially timed, thoughts that got tossed around on the subreddit. It's just really interesting that it happened to coincide so effectively with when I was reading it. Part of me wonders if perhaps somebody who watches this might have been one that started that, and that's fine. It really isn't a problem. It'd be really interesting, and I'd be almost honored, even though it got a little nasty. It sounds like I'm just nice and refreshing people's thoughts about this game. Most likely, it just happened to be a coincidence. It just seemed oddly specific, the timing. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go visit the side characters, the girls, and I think we're just gonna kind of go in the same order because I put Nelly, Pauline, and Maria. So let's start with Nelly. So, you want to see that rambunctious little girl, do you? Well, that's your choice to make. Alright, Nelly, how you doing? Hey, you. Ah, it's the Saintess and my second brother. Have you come to play? I have all sorts of card games to choose from. See, I like this Nelly. This Nelly's great. And if you'd like, I'd even make some tea. Go on, pick a game. Let's play something. No, we're not here to play. Morgana seems rather uncomfortable. What? You're not? Pshaw. What brings you here then? We're playing all the major characters in a game. A visit for a behind-the-scenes extra. So fourth wall shattering. You were next on the list. Oh, does that mean you're going to talk about me or something? That it does. Surely everyone already knows everything they need to know about me. I'm the most adorable princess in all the land. I'd like to know how your head works so you can say things like that about yourself without even blinking. You're pretty yourself, now that your face is better. She just can't seem to take control of this conversation. Nelly has that ability. I will say, it is rather surprising me to hear you say that. Oh, why? You were rather brutal to the white-haired girl in Chapter 1. So I assumed that's how you were with all women. I only had problems with her because she hooked up with my dearest Mel. Anyone who tries to get close to my Mel must be exterminated. What is she, a Dalek? The poor white-haired girl didn't stand a chance. You're not interested in my Mel like that, are you, Saintus? The only thing I'm interested in doing to your brother is cursing him for all eternity. No, don't curse Mel. I don't care about the Lord or his bodyguard, but leave Mel out of it. I have to wonder, what exactly did you see in that spineless runt? He's handsome and kind, just like a prince. How superficial. If that's your only criteria, this white-haired giant would qualify too, wouldn't he? What? No, he couldn't be my prince. Michelle would never give me a rose necklace or tell me how adorable I am or smile at me. What kind of a prince is that? Mostly because I'd be trying to avoid earning or excessive affection. I'm not sure how I feel about being berated for not making the same mistakes as Mel. So, let's move on to Nelly's profile then. Though, well, as you can see, her character logically boils down to excessively adores her older brother. Just a brother complex, that's all. You need to take those rose-tinted goggles off, girlie. Hey, I do not, and you make it sound like my adoration is a bad thing. She's a self-centered young girl, generally overflowing with energy, but also struggling with her status as a noble. The final chapter is perhaps a better representation of what that was like for her. How, while she appears to be quite blessed in many ways, that's not actually the case. I wonder if you seem less obnoxious in the final chapter than the first because you were sickly and had been forced into poverty. No, it's also the fact that she was human, or at least more so. She'd been twisted into a little monster by the end of the first chapter. The last thing I care about is your stuffy parties. I can't stand dancing with boys I don't even like, and all that kissing stuff is stupid. It makes my head hurt. Crap, I can kind of sympathize with her on that. It's not all terrible, though. I probably would have been a bit less snippy in the first chapter if I didn't have to deal with that jerkwad Arthur. What kind of person would you have preferred then? My Mel! How did she not see that coming? Why did I even ask? Although if it's not for a dance partner, I could settle for Michelle. Let's dance right here, right now. And you attend to your princess like a proper prince should. I don't even know how to dance. Give it a try. I'm sure it'll be loads of fun. Oh, the sarcasm. For you, maybe. Are you saying you won't dance with me? You're a terrible brother, jerk butt. It's not you. I won't dance with anyone. It's not only do I not know how, I have little interest in. You're no fun. You're no fun at all. Because I refuse to be your plaything. If you won't dance with me, then we'll have to do something else. We already know your singing is bad enough to make someone go deaf, Michelle, so maybe the Saintus could sing for us instead. You want me to sing? I'm sure it'll be great. You have a beautiful voice. I actually wouldn't mind hearing that. Not that I think she'll do it. Okay then, as you wish. What? Wait, what? Sorry. What, you're actually going to sing? Would you rather I didn't? I didn't say that. I didn't expect you would. Yay, I'm so excited. You sit down here next to me, Michelle. We'll listen together. I am not singing, by the way. I, like Michelle, will just make your ears bleed. Maybe it didn't work out so well, though. Morgana, you brainwashed Nelly. That shouldn't have happened. That was just a regular hymn. You underestimate how much of an effect your voice has on people. Then maybe you should have stopped me. I underestimated it too. I'm feeling kind of spacey myself. Fetch, man, she's like literally just zoned. Nelly? Hey, Nelly. Come back to us, Nelly. Doesn't seem to be working. She'll be a zombie for a few more hours at least. Dang. Let's move on, shall we? You're just going to leave her here like this? You expect us to keep our guest here waiting, watching her do nothing? She'll be fine. Oh, okay. Just take care, Nelly. Fetch. Alright. Well, that wasn't traumatic or anything. Oh, Morgana, you're beautiful and terrifying. Alright, let's go see Pauline. You want to see her, do you? Well, she's harmless, so why not? Let's be off then. Oh, hello there. It's nice to see the two of you. Oh, she's by the ocean. Oh, that's sweet. What are we doing out here? I was thinking of the ocean, and the next thing I knew, here I was. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't be a good extra without something inexplicable happening. Oh, it's so bright. Since we're here, what do you say we grab a boat and go onto the water? I think I'd shrivel up and die out there. Could we at least stay on land, please? Aw, that's too bad, but I understand. Your health is more important, Michelle. We can talk here. You can ask me anything. Girl advice, guy advice, something more personal? We're not here for advice. We came to have a behind-the-scenes look at your character. Behind the scenes? Like with insider information? Something like that. My character's not all that complicated, though. At least, I don't think so. It says on your cue card, that she has a tendency to put blind faith in people. Yeah, I realized that in the final chapter, after Maria got on my case about it. It's true, you tend to have your head in the clouds and are exceptionally loose with your trust, but I ultimately wouldn't have been an issue if the psychopathic monster were, well, anything resembling sane. Hey, don't talk about Yuki Masa like that. He's a good guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. How can you still say that after what he did to you? What happened to you in chapter 2 was terrible. Both then and the final chapter you were completely innocent. A victim of your taste in men. What do you even see in that thing? Originally, I thought I liked him because he was a hard-working, honest man. But now I know the truth. I think it was more of a case of... I felt like I had to do something for him. What you should do is stay far, far away from him. I think subconsciously I picked up on his precariousness and I wanted to be there for him. Like I said, a victim of your taste in men. I guess. That said, I think you're one of the few people who can keep him on a leash. So the world would probably be a better place with you keeping a watchful eye on him. Maybe I'll actually put a leash on him. Okay. Like a little doggy collar. Alright, Pauline, it's been nice talking to you. Let's, work on it. Come on. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Then I probably shouldn't say what I thought that was a good idea. Oh, Michelle, there's a note on the cue card you haven't read yet. Or were you planning on skipping that one? I'm not sure I should. It's on the card.
You should read it.
Alright, so, just for the record, I'm only saying this because it's on the card.
Oh, okay.
She has the second largest breasts of any character in the game.
Am I allowed to take him to court for that?
I told you, it's what's on the card.
You could have at least been a little less straight about it. You could seem pretty dense when it comes to things like that, though.
I was exiled before I had the chance to learn how to properly interact like an adult.
Don't think I didn't see you awkwardly sneaking glances at her as you read the card. It makes me wonder if what you said on your card is true, or if you actually prefer big boobs.
I was not, and it doesn't matter what my preferences are.
I don't think I have any choice but to take this to court.
Face is literally your character, so why won't you put it near me? I saw that.
That's something else I appreciated about Yukimasa. He never gave girls inappropriate looks.
Probably because his targeting system was calibrated differently.
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about him. I know he's a good guy, and that's all that matters.
It's almost terrifying how she can trust him so much. Giselle can also be deeply trusting, but at least she's able to acknowledge what kind of a person she's placing the trust in. And Pauline, she's definitely blind.
You look like you have something on your mind, Michelle.
No, it's nothing.
Pauline, there's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Oh?
Are you a virgin?
What? What?
As a nun in the service of the Lord, you are required to maintain your chastity. Furthermore, you are known as a saintess, so to break that vow would be the utmost act of sacrilege. Absolutely. Of course I am. Oh, good.
Words cannot describe how awkward this is.
I think it's time we headed off. Have a good day. May God bless. Please refrain from evoking my father's name like that. It's disrespectful coming from a woman who yearns after worldly pleasure. Sorry.
Yikes.
Farewell.
Fetch. Oh, my neck. Ow. I cracked it too hard. Alright, Maria. This'll be fun. Get out that southern drawl again.
So you wish to see her, do you? I am not very comfortable around her, but as you wish.
Oh, yes, that outfit too.
Well, if it isn't Morgana. It's been forever. It has been some time, yes. You're not gonna find me down there, Morgana. Come on, show me that pretty little face of yours. No need to hide it. Do you not bear any grudges against me? Huh? Why would I? Of everyone, you deserve least to fall under my curse. You happen to have known the Lord, that was all. You even took care of me at the brothel.
Is that some legitimate regret I'm sensing?
Water under the bridge. No point holding it over you. If anything, that sack of crap Jacopo is to blame.
Meanwhile, no one has any sympathy for him.
Besides, I did kind of F you pretty bad in the third chapter. That wasn't me. Not exactly, but she was supposed to be part of you, wasn't she? At least at first. I wasn't planning on causing the madam as much grief as I did. Once I got started, it spiraled out of control, you know?
Maria's kind of a terrifying woman.
But you ultimately tripped up at the end. You should have aimed for where the guy's weakest is poor, fragile masculinity.
There's that phrase that caused a lot of trouble.
Or the head. Either works. See, that's my problem. I don't really think before I act. I just kind of run with my instincts. I'm betting the third chapter only went as well as it did at all because I had your curse helping me out. Most likely. But you know what the real work of art? My profile on the website says I'm her only ally. But in reality, I was her greatest foe.
I don't think that's something to be proud of.
Your transformation in the 3rd chapter was a sight to behold indeed.
It was. I genuinely had been duped. It was quite a revelation.
You even looked like a completely different person. I'm a girl of many faces. I have to say, I prefer you like this. Crass, but not too vulgar, and with everything out in the open. I'm totally with you there, girl. Playing so many roles is hard effing work. I imagine. Anyway, you're not here just to shoot crap, are you? Ah, yes. We came to discuss your character from the behind-the-scenes extra. Go on, Michelle. Quit staring off into space and read the card.
I was going to read the card, but
What is it? Some kind of mind-blowing revelation? Well, you don't have to wait for me. I'm all ears.
It's blank. What?
It's what?
I'm not kidding. It's completely blank.
Hey, what the heck? Get your butt over here, staff, and explain yourself. Why is mine the only one with nothing on it? No theme, no profile, no nothing?
I suppose it means you're exactly what you appear to be. In a way that could be considered better than everyone else, with their secrets and ambiguous motivations. Oh, sorry, that was Morgana.
In a way that could be considered better than everyone else, with their secrets and ambiguous motivations. It's still a crappy thing to do. At least give me a theme or something. We could have come up for one, if you want.
I'd need some time to think about it.
Better make it a good one. Let's see. How about sisterhood?
Huh? Seriously? That's not what I expected at all.
It was the first thing that came to mind.
Huh. Well, that ain't half bad. I figured you'd go with something a little more poignant, like betrayal or sluttiness. How about self-depreciation?
So you think of me like a sister, do you, Morgana? I'm cool with that. Chin up, girl. I'm not down there.
Is she blushing? Morgana, out of curiosity, would you consider Giselle to be like a sister too?
She's more like a pet.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, I'm glad to see you're doing well. Or chugging along at least. Hard to say anyone's doing well when they're all dead, huh?
She sounds way too jolly about that.
I know this is just an extra, but I'm so glad we had the chance to talk.
Morgana.
Me too.
Oh wow, it's like bringing out the humanity in her.
Looks like you have grown a bit. The Morgana I knew would never have admitted that. We should get going. Oh, well, here's hoping we meet again. Later, Morgana. Someday, perhaps.
I wonder if Morgana had a crush on her. I mean, she kind of had a thing for Jacopo, but I still think it was more like a friendship, like her first friend. So we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out.
That's the last of that group. Only a few more to go.
You mean that wasn't everyone?
Unless you want that to be everyone.
Oh, right. It'll be nice seeing my brothers again.
Off we go, then.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, my gosh, Amy. Let's get this one over with.
As you wish. Let's go see what Amy...
Wait, slow down. How could she possibly be here? You never summoned her, and she had no reason to find her way like my brothers.
It's an extra. I can do whatever I want.
Hold on. She doesn't even have a sprite.
That won't be a problem. All we have to do is switch to portrait mode.
Switch to portrait mode? Oh boy. Oh boy. What madness. Oh, here we are again. This can't be happening!
Michelle, your face. You're not looking very protagonisty. Why, hello there, Michelle. It's been quite some time. I see you found enough guts to show your face around me again.
I have scissors, lady. I have scissors. I also hold your code in my hand. I'll delete the whole game for you. Can we get like freaking who do we need? Doki Doki Literature Club. Monica, we need Monica. Delete her!
Now, no need to glare. I was your first love, wasn't I?
That was just hormones. I never had any romantic feelings for you.
Right, you only lusted after me.
Ugh. There's something I've always wanted to tell you.
Oh, and what might that be?
Your smile. Your smile is gosh darn terrifying.
And off he goes. I take back what I said about him finding his guts. Give me a moment, I'll bring him back. Now, that was shameful, Michelle. I thought you were a man.
Morgana, make this quick, please.
She did quite a bit of damage to him, huh? Okay, so, according to the cue cards, you were to rank the characters in Fata Morgana by how evil they are. The 3 biggest, baddest women in the game would be Amy, Maria, or Morgana. Wait a second, why is my name on this list? No, I will not accept that. Maria wasn't that bad in my time either.
Please, just keep reading.
Oh, fine, you're in quite the hurry. Amy, though, she's pure evil. Well, that's not very nice. Maria and I had our reasons for what we did, but she tortured people for the joy of it. Oh no, I would never dream of doing such a thing. She's the masked woman to go along with our masked man. They'd probably make a fine pair.
Somehow I doubt those two of their type would be able to get along very well at all. And unlike him, she likes to take her time, draw it out as long as possible.
As much as what you said before you ran off, Michelle, it says here that Amy smiles a lot, but it's generally a fake smile. Oh no, all my smiles are entirely genuine. See?
You can't fake not faking it. It doesn't work that way.
How rude. I could see her turning out to be the puppet master in the Bollinger family. You had your claws in them pretty deep, didn't you? Is that important?
It's you monster.
Listen carefully, Michelle. You were burned at the stake. I lived a life of luxury. I don't need to tell you whose methods are superior, do I?
That only applies for my life. I'm more than happy now.
Is that so? Well, I suppose congratulations are in order.
Let's get out of here, Morgana.
Farewell, Michelle. We'll probably never see each other again.
And that'll be too freaking soon. I hated that. I hated that. Even thinking about her makes me mad. Well, that was exhausting. Alright, let's go have a nice one. Georges. Georges will be fun.
Alright then, off we go.
Oh, hey there, Michelle Morgana. How's it hanging? Hold on, why are you still painting? I don't know, just kinda feels right. More my image? I guess the readers probably associate me with this me more than my human form too. Maybe, but still. Oh, it ain't the end of the world, little bro. Being a painting's actually quite nice. A bummer not being able to move around, but that aside, there's plenty to watch. Oh, huh. I never made that connection. You were here from the first of the 3 chapters, weren't you? Sure was. And you have no idea how bamboozled I was when the white-haired girl first showed up. It was like my painting had come to life. Did you not think she was me? Why would I? You're nothing alike. I mean, you might have looked a little like that kid, but you were definitely not that docile.
So does that mean I'm the only one who thought she was him?
Probably. No, I know. I thought it was him for a while. Huh. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Georges. You're my brother. I wouldn't confuse you for anyone. If you're trying to make yourself sound like a good brother, you're going to have to try harder than that. Oh, sorry. That was Morgana. Gosh darn it, pay attention.
If you're going to try and make yourself sound like a good brother, you're going to have to try harder than that. You and the knight still exiled him to this mansion and cut off all communication.
Morgana, I've already said I don't hold that against them anymore.
She's got a point, though. I was so busy with my work, it just kind of slipped my mind. I really am sorry about that. So much for family. But enough about that. The cue cards, Michelle. Read his profile for our guest.
I'm not exactly comfortable saying this to my brother's face.
Oh, what's it say? Some really dark secret?
I wouldn't call it that, no.
Fine, I'll read it if you don't want to.
I was gonna say he was frivolous and, like, kind of egg-headed.
Let's see here. He's the biggest, dumbest in the game.
Harsh, man, harsh. I don't think you're supposed to find that funny, Georges.
I can agree with that assessment. Either his head is empty, or he needs to learn how to use it a little more.
I promise you, I've done tons of thinking since becoming a painting. Felt really bad about the whole bunch of crap. That's not really my style, though, so it never lasted very long. I wish it were that easy for me. You know, of the three Bollinger brothers, I do kind of stick out. With all my love, you and Dee are both the more stuck-up the bum types. So maybe I am illegitimate. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if it turned out to be the case.
Out of curiosity, what do all the different Bollingers look like?
Dee and Ma had blonde hair, Dad had darkish brown, I had jet black, and Michelle, well, you know how he looks.
You can't possibly be legitimate.
I'll keep praying that ain't the case.
Anyway, this conversation is going nowhere. We should head out.
Well, already?
Take me with you at least.
Hold on, I'll get you down from there.
No, you are not bringing him. All he does is make noise.
Well, I tried.
Oh well, that's too bad. Take care anyway, Michelle.
You too. Oh, and Georges?
What's up?
I'm praying your soul wasn't extinguished.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks, little bro. I really hope he wasn't either. He was a good guy. See you again.
Later, Michelle.
And then Dieter. I imagine this is just going to be full of tears.
Alright. Well, if you want to see him, we'll have to head down to the entrance.
Dude, he's so scary. Oh, Michelle. I beg you, punish me for my sins. Huh? Hold on, wait, what? I released you from your regrets at the end of the game. So why do you have to revert to how we found you?
Why not? This is an extra.
That doesn't mean I have to like it. Canon or not, nothing can erase my crimes. Please, Dieter, don't. You're just making it uncomfortable for me to be here. I see. Well, if you insist. I guess they're going to leave the graphic up. I will say, I'm rather fond of that armor. I'd like to wear some, if just once. You're welcome to try it on if you'd like. Now you can read my mind? No, but I can read your face.
Why not?
I think I'll pass. Armor wouldn't suit me. It probably wouldn't fit me either. Are you certain? I don't have nearly enough muscle to look the part. Maybe I should start working out.
Oh yes, Knight, I have something I wanted to ask you.
Oh, what might that be?
You don't remember killing Georges at the end of the game, do you?
Morgana, this isn't really the time.
Your list of sins grows longer, Knight.
I not only murdered Michelle, but Georges as well. I must be punished. Hang me upon the cross. I am unworthy to call myself a knight. And he's gone, once again racked by guilt. You weren't kidding when you said this extra didn't respect the tone of the game, were you? My brothers are not your playthings. This was supposed to be a happy reunion.
You're going to drive yourself mad if you fret over every little thing wrong in this extra. Now, shall we get going?
That was like barely a conversation. We didn't even go over his cue card.
And that's the last of them. I suppose it's about time to draw this to an end.
Well, haven't we missed one very important character? Who do we miss? Maybe, Giselle, the lord that took in Giselle when she first became the maid, or the boy who was with Pauline. What was his name? Or the white-haired girl. The white-haired girl. Maybe because this place is Banana Land, we can go visit her.
And who would that be?
The white-haired girl.
She's no longer in this world. Her soul has been erased.
But this... You said you could do whatever you want because this is an extra.
Within reason. I cannot bring back that which no longer exists. She lives on within your memory. She wouldn't ask for anything more.
That doesn't make it any less sad.
Giselle is waiting. We should head back.
Oh, Fetch, what happened?
Oh, hello. Welcome back, Michelle, Morgana.
Giselle, what are you wearing?
This felt more appropriate to say farewell in.
I feel sad now. Fetch, this is over.
Oh, so I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Anything goes here.
Except when it doesn't.
Alright, everyone. Squeeze in for one last illustration. And don't forget to smile for our readers.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Final thumbnail. Yeah! Oh, it's really cute. That's actually freaking adorable. Morgana. She's just like, I'm gonna be grumpy.
Thank you very much for reading all the way to the end of our extra.
And likewise, thank you very much for reading to the end of the game.
If our stories had any sort of impact on you, we couldn't ask for anything more. Fetch. And hopefully they don't just remember them as comical tragedies.
I didn't have a happy end, though. I did have a happy end, though.
I'm not convinced you could call that an entirely happy end myself. There's at least one person who's not coming back. And do we even know if you got the body you wanted? Whether you did or not, we're together, and we have a future. We'll make it work. If you say so. We hope you enjoyed playing the house in Fata Morgana. The staff and localization teams poured their hearts and souls into this game, and every satisfied reader validates that effort.
Brings up kind of the problem with that big yelling match they had online. The localization team, Fetch. Thank you. I don't know if you'll ever see this. This game came out a while ago. But you know, they did just get it kind of re-released on the Switch. Maybe they are paying more attention now. But this game was freaking awesome. It's definitely in my top tier list. Up there with Mud Love and Steins Gate. This game took things I'd never considered and made me think about them. It presented me with humanity in such raw form that I don't know if I've ever seen a character study quite on the level of this one. I could probably write an essay, if I were in school and I had to write an essay about a creative work, I would pick Fata Morgana. While the other books, visual novels I mentioned, have had an impact on me, and I think Mother would make another great example, I think there's a lot more about the human condition in Fata Morgana. There's a lot more gritty, brutal, horrible, but wonderful truth. And I'm so pleased that I could have been a part of this journey. I'm sad it's over. This has been such a long series. It beat the crap out of me. I thought it was going to be the first 3 doors and then the end, and I was so wrong. It is blown my mind how amazing the story is, and oddly how timed everything was. Every aspect of the story, I felt like it was like such a good time for it to be part of my life, especially with Michelle's story and how impactful that became and personal to me just a week after we finished that story. It was so good. It was so good and so ahead of its time. This game really brought to light things about like gender and like biological sex and the differences between the two. And it was published in 2012. Like, that was still a very taboo topic back then. We're a lot better now, but I like to think that this game did its part to help other people like me, understand a lot more about a subject that we just have no empathy for because we've never really been in those shoes. I hope that everybody was able to grow from this story. Nearly, even half as much as this story made me grow. It took a long time to get to this point. Yeah, I think I'm at 56 hours at this point. The first draft of the script was completed in 2009. Wow.
So 4 years until the initial release, and then another 3 to come out in English. That's a bit excessive if you ask me. Well, hopefully that effort resulted in something worth all the time it took.
Yeah. I hope Fata Morgana is read and read and read for the next 300 years.
And hopefully whatever they make next doesn't take quite so long. Actually, the team's next game has already been released. Wait, it has? Why was I not informed of this? We were keeping it as a surprise. This is my domain. I do not appreciate surprises.
Can I also observe, she's short. It makes sense, but like, she always was such a powerful presence in the game and even in her art. Like, seeing her, she looks so short.
Now, don't go throw a fit, my dear. And that's my phrase. Thank you very much.
On that note, we have an exciting announcement. Now they're doing a pitch, but I don't care. Yeah? The House of Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence. Yeah! The follow-up to the House and
Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence, will also be coming out in English in 2016.
It did come out. I have it. It's in my Steam library right now.
Releasing both games in the same year? Are we sure that localization team can handle that, considering how long this one took?
They don't have much of a choice at this point. Fetch! The announcement's been made. There's no taking it back now.
I hope they have lots of caffeine then. I have faith in them. That makes one of us.
Let's say 2. Or 1.5, maybe.
Well, I suppose we'll find out soon enough. Unless you're reading this and it's already out. That would make us look very silly.
Anyway, enough diversions. Thank you very much for sticking with us to the end, and we hope to see you again relatively soon.
Bye, and I hope you like the game enough to pick up a Requiem for Innocence. Farewell, my dear.
Then we meet again in the sea of boundless souls. That was so fun. Fetch. That was so good. Now, there are a few things I need to discuss with you before we fully wrap this up. Hey, wait. I clicked backstage and not doing it. Oh, is it starting it over again? That's probably what. Yeah, I guess I already did that. Anyway. We will... Go away. There we go. So, a few things I want to talk about here. Requiem for Innocence. I want to play it. It's going to be happening. But there's a few things on the docket that have kind of taken precedence at the moment, so we'll have to see how this plays out. But know for a fact that once I do the wrap party for this, which upon this broadcasting, next week we'll be doing it. I'll announce it formally, probably the same day I release this. But after that, we are absolutely doing Love Love Mondays again. I've been waiting so long to be able to do that. We have to do that again. And then there's a question there. Something I want to hear from you guys about. Obviously, you'll be a bit biased, but I want to bring it up on the channel too. Requiem for Innocence sounds really good, and I'd really like to get into it. But there's also another series that has been kind of slated for my Monday slot for a while now. Higurashi. It's about time I get that one going. But it's long. I don't know the individual games wise, but there's like 8 or 9 parts to the thing. It's like, apparently it's like over 100 hours. So it might be better to try and wrap up the House of Fata Morgana Requiem of Innocence first. But that one's long too. It could jump into the Wednesday slot, but the Wednesday slot also is fairly spoken for because that's kind of more my wild card week, and I've got a few things in line for that one, especially like something that came out really recently that I'd like to cover. It could jump into the Friday, but I usually reserve Fridays for titles that are smaller that might not get as much attention because I like having a blend. Like I typically have Mondays be like the big headline, super overwhelmingly requested titles. Wednesdays are a bit more freestyle, and Fridays tend to be about supporting smaller developers, maybe more recent translations, or simply working with the communities that contact and have been working with me. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. I think I won't know until after Photon Flowers for sure. But know that I'm going to play Requiem of Innocence. It's going to happen. I'm not sure exactly how long the timetable is going to be for it. I know it might not be what you guys want to hear, but visual novels take time. This channel it's a slow plotting thing because we really focus on character development and character heavy and rich stories. Perhaps as time goes on, I might have more free time, but knowing my life and my plans for it, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to do that unless I became so successful that this could literally pay my bills. But I'm never going to stop unless I physically have to. Like, unless I'm forced to stop making videos, I love sharing this content with you, so I hope you stick around. Man, it's weird to say that I really wish if Morgana were a real character, I would want to meet her. I don't know if I could be her best friend. I don't know if I could ever get to know her. She certainly deserves a friend, and I would love to be able to be somebody human for her to be around. But at the very least, of all the visual novel characters I've come across that I might want to sit down and have a cup of tea with, it'd probably be Morgana or Michelle at the top of the list. And I think it's because they're so human and not human at the same time. It's fascinating. Anyway, I gotta go digest a lot of this. Get ready for my live wrap party. Remember, that'll be happening Monday night, probably around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you have to adjust your clocks that wise. If you would like to join me, you need to message me on Discord. Either tag me in a chat room somewhere or directly message me. Thankfully, there's not so many of us, and that I don't have to worry about spam so much. But let me know. I'll work out a schedule for anybody who wants to come in and give their 2 cents and share some of their thoughts with me. And none of you want to, that's perfectly fine. I could talk for hours without any help, but I do like the opportunity to try and interact directly with you guys. And if you're not comfortable being on the voice channel, but you want to get your thoughts in, absolutely just come to the live stream and chat in the chat log. I try and pay attention to it, and I'm very likely to talk about what you bring up in there in a way, somehow. It just might not be super immediate, but I'll do my best. But yeah, it's always sad to see it end to a series, and this one's one of the hardest ones to say goodbye to. But I'm really happy I am, because it means that I got to enjoy the story fully to the finish, and I'm so glad I did it. I'm so happy you guys recommended this stuff to me. That's why I really pay attention to what you guys say and take it into hard regard, because you have played these games. I haven't. You get to see me experience them for the first time, and you guys have picked some darn good ones. I'm gonna be sad when we start running out of games to play, the way the Monday slot isn't punching itself through my schedule, trying to force their way through. Eventually, it might slow down when I hit when I've gone through the top 20 games. But you know what? That's probably years from now. I'm not worrying about it. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me through the tears and the horror and the gut-wrenching and the hope, the mindless hope. I always was hoping for good endings, even though I knew nothing was coming. After the first book, I was like, well, this is not going to be fun. But it was fun, and it was human, and it was real. It felt so real. So thank you for being a part of this. If you've enjoyed your Fata Morgana experience with me and you're not sure what to do now that you have to wait for Requiem, I highly recommend looking through the playlists. I've got them organized pretty well by book. I also have a few like super playlists for the series that have multiple games like tied up into them. If you liked this and you've never heard of games like Muv-Luv or Steins Gate, I'd highly recommend starting there. There's a lot of smaller titles that might be worth looking into too, especially if you want to find out if there's some visual novels out there that I would recommend. There's not very much on this channel that I would not recommend. I think if there's a visual novel I really didn't like, I wouldn't cover more than 1 or 2 episodes of it. But thankfully, because there's so many great like pitches, good visual novels out there, like I have yet to even come across one that I'm like flat out like, this was terrible. So like there's a great many stories to explore. And if you want to see something a little different, I've been doing Persona 5 on Saturdays. If you didn't know, highly recommend you join me there. I just finished the first palace, and that was a wild ride, I'll have to say. And oh my gosh, that was a heck of a lot of editing. But we'll burn all of that later. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until the next video watching me, you have to see me in next. I'll see you there.